standards into chunks. This step is admittedly an implicit criticism of the Australian curriculum as it currently stands, because it's saying the curriculum bundles multiple distinct pieces of knowledge and skills together into one standard, and also that it uses ambiguous language that needs to be cleared up. So ideally, a future version of the Australian curriculum would make this step unnecessary. In other words, we're hoping this feature is not necessary in the future, as we hope the future versions of the Australian curriculum will be slightly clearer. Now, this step does have some limitations because it creates two problems. The first is there are more pieces to manage. Breaking standards down increases the number of items you have to work with. However, this isn't truly creating more content. If a standard does contain 3 distinct pieces of knowledge, it was always 3 things. They are just written as one, and you are sort of surfacing that complexity that is already there. You're not adding to it. It's also worth noting that this process is not meant to be a rewrite or to change the curriculum. You are simply disaggregating what is already there. Now, the second issue is that it means that you don't have a shared standard. Different users will break down the curriculum in different ways, meaning everyone ends up with their own idiosyncratic version or own idiosyncratic chunks. There is no longer this single shared standard that all teachers are working from. And the ideal solution for this is that ACARA makes this step unnecessary by writing clearer, more atomic standards in the first place. But failing that, the next option is for the most skilled person in your context, whether that's someone in the department, district, or school level, to break down the curriculum and export their chunks for everyone in that context to import, and then you'll have this shared version. Another potential solution would be to build a collaborative breakdown space in this curriculum planner itself, where teachers could collaboratively break down standards and share a common set of chunks. However, this has not been built and does add significant complexity to this application. A final note is that the actual act of reading the curriculum standards carefully and then rewriting them into chunks is itself a deep cognitive process, as you're forced to interrogate what the statements actually mean, which I think really builds a genuine understanding of the curriculum that you won't get from simply reading it. So the act of actually breaking down, I think, is quite an informative intellectual preparation and something that is really worth doing.